like to say hello to everyone. This is one of these things where when we were talking about training aids, and like I said, if you're a beginner golfer, it's one of those things where we're going to try to get you to where you need to be. Turn my head around here. I'm in the garage because it's kind of cold outside. And it's nice to have a heated place, to hit your golf balls and learn new things. Anyway, this is one of the training aids, and look how cheap this is. This is right here is nothing but a regular bath cloth, but you can use like a partial towel. You can use just anything that you can put under your arm. Okay, so basically, what I'm doing is, if this cloth, if this cloth stays under my arm as I'm swinging this club, I'm staying connected. And when we say connected, that means that my upper arm is not moving away from my body. If I swing, the connection is broken. And we don't want that. We want to stay connected throughout the whole swing. Same goes for the right arm. Just take it, like I said, just fold it up. It doesn't have to be anything big. They also make bands for this too, so you can go out to your local Dick's Sporting Goods, Golf Galaxy. I'm sure you can get them online also. They're just connection bands. So like I said, in the right hand, I tell you what I do with one hand here. Here, I'm staying connected. Here, I'm staying connected. But if I go up here and then go here, guess what? I'm not connected anymore. So it's one of those things where this is very important to stay connected throughout your shot. Reason being is, if you don't stay connected, that means that that you're controlling the club manually. You're not allowing the center of gravity of the club. You're not allowing the club to do what it needs to do. Because the club, all it wants to do is where you started. All the club wants to do is get back to where you started at. That's all it wants to do. But if you start manhandling and trying to hit, well, the club starts to go, it's going to want to go everywhere. So if you think about it in layman's terms or in science terms, what goes up must come down. But if you think about it, if I was to hold the club straight up, the only way gravity wants to work on this club, it wants to drop it straight down. Okay? But if I'm pulling it up and I'm rotating, well, guess what? Now the club wants to fall exactly where it came from, where it started from. Easy peasy. So a lot of times I like to work with my left, because the left is the most important. The left hand and arm is the steering wheel of the golf club. This is the part that makes the golf ball go different directions, height, up, down, left, right. This is the steering wheel, just like in your car. If I want to go, to the left, I can just turn my hand this way. My glove hand is pointed downward. If I want to go to the right, I turn it this way. It's pointed upward. So if I was to put it down on the ground, and let me move some of these sticks, because we're going to get into this a little later on. So let me move some of these sticks here. These are things that I use, and we're going to get into these a little later on. And like I said, I am what they, the old adage, KISS. I'm keeping it simple, stupid. That's how I learn. I like to keep things simple. I don't like to go into all these technical things. Now, when I do have clients I have a couple of clients who are just, this is what they do. They work with angles, numbers, whatever. I've never been good with math, but I'm good with numbers when it comes to golf, because that in turns shows me exactly how your body's moving. So anyway, get you a bath cloth. And if anyone's out there using TaylorMade golf balls or Bridgestones, I give you a thumbs up. Bridgestones, yes, they are great golf balls. I have Nike here, of course. People already know I'm going to be hitting Nike golf balls, but if you're hitting TaylorMade golf balls or Bridgestones, you know, I give you an attaboy. Good choice. So anyway, once again, we're going to just tuck this under our shirt. Now, let me give you another thing that my second instructor, which I can't wait to get back to see, Curtis, the club guy, is if you don't have anything right away and you're on the range or you're outside, take some of your garment here under your armpit, okay? Pull it down and just tuck it on your arm. As you can see, the crease of my shirt, I have cloth stuck up under there and I can feel the pressure. So basically, what we're going to do is, like I said, we're clipping in a way it's not going to be, I think it went to sleep on me, but that's okay. And what we're going to do is just, we're going to keep our arm connected to our body. As you can see, it's still there, still connected. And the same thing goes for the right. A lot of times, the right arm and the right hand is usually the catalyst for a bad golf shot. Because if we're trying to hit this club, if we're trying to hit this golf ball hard, whether you're right-handed or left-handed, what we try to do is we try to add power. We try to kill this golf ball. We want to annihilate it. But you have to remember, you know, gravity doesn't need your help. You're talking about 32 feet per second. It doesn't need your help. So once it starts to fall, once you start to feel it fall, start turning. Now, when I say fall, you don't need to help it. Because if you help it, I want you to look at my right shoulder. My right shoulder gets kicked out that way. The club starts to turn this way. And this is going to in turn either make your golf ball hook really hard to the left. You don't get any air time, it just hooks and goes straight to the ground, starts rolling. Or basically, you know, if you do it hard enough, you're going to miss the ball, or you're going to end up topping it, or what we call chunking it, and you're going to really feel it. You're going to feel the little shock and pain that goes through your forearm. So basically, we're doing the same thing as we did the left arm. Pardon me, I always put tape here now to try to keep me from having blisters. But I used to hit golf balls a lot. So take a little garment, pull it down, stick it under. You can see where it's tight. You don't have to hit it hard. I want you just to get the sensation of just clipping it away. As you can see, still there. So the thing is this: getting used to having your body, you know, the same way every time when it comes down. You don't have to help it. Now, yeah, I understand if you have a certain yardage that you're trying to hit. Well, it doesn't come from speed. It doesn't come from power. It comes from you hitting the center of the face. Now, we can talk about working the ball from right to left, left to right, up, down, all that stuff. But first is first, you have to get the fundamentals and you have to get the grip. So what I was saying in my first video was about the grip was swing the club the way you feel comfortable. And then we can go into the fundamentals of how to grip the club. Because if you found a way already to grip the club, I've seen people have the weakest grip and can hit the ball the straightest. So that's why I said everybody has different ways of hitting this golf ball. I like to say my grip is a little neutral. The reason why, well, before the operation, before the surgery, my grip was pretty strong because I wanted to get a little bit more distance out of it, but it's really hard to control. And it's gonna go from right to left. And if you think about your green or the flag is on the right hand side, and if I'm trying to hit it, the ball is turning away from the green, it's going to the left instead of the right. So, like I said, once again, play around with your grip, play around with it, play around with staying connected, because if you're not connected during the golf shot, I guarantee you, there is no doubt about it that you're not going to hit a good golf shot. You have to stay connected. You have to let your body do what it needs to do. And once again, also, you know, we've talked about all this, and with my students and everything, the first thing we do is I want to see how much they retained. That's all there is to it. We talk. And then I say, okay, hit me a shot. I want to see how much they retained. Everybody has a different routine. Okay? Everybody has a different routine. Some people put the club down first and then get their body set. Some people put the club down first and put it and try to get it in line with the target where they want to hit it, the flag or whatever. And then they take their stance. Some people like to go ahead and get their hands set, either neutral, we'll say neutral, weak or strong. I like to say neutral because if it's not too far over here, not too far over here, I call it neutral, but either weak or strong. And then they get behind and take their stance. Now, for a very long time, I've been playing golf. Now, you know, one time I hit my peak, I was just running through everyone. I mean, I was just winning. I was winning and just taking their money left and right. And then after the surgery, that's what happened. It just went down. So that's one of the things that I want you to remember, that it's not always going to be there. Golf is a very hard game. It's mentally hard more than physically hard. That's why it is so good for you to. This is a book I bought. My wife bought me from Barnes and Noble. It's called A Guide to Peak Performance. It's a new paperback. It's called The Mental Game of Golf. And what it does is it tells you things that you can do or you can draw upon when your game, your swing is not there. I also have things that you need to do. Also, I mean, I don't want to leave anything out, and I don't want to bombard people with a bunch of stuff. But these are the things that I do. You might want to pick up some. I don't know what, if you like or whatever. So what I like to do is, if I could find it, it should be in here. Almost was in here, just out of disarray. So this is, I don't know if you can see it. This is a Breakmaster. Basically, this is This is basically a paperback cardboard of a drawing. If you go to a golf course, you can just say, if you play by yourself, you can drop a bunch of balls on the green, start putting, and then you can just go ahead and draw a schematic of, you know, where the ball is breaking it, and how's it rolling, stuff like that. But one thing you have to also remember, wherever the water drains, that's which way the ball is going. That's just a tidbit from me. Also, get you a notebook. Get you a notebook here. When you're outside hitting golf balls or you're inside hitting golf balls, just get you just a plain notebook and take notes. I'm always taking notes on a lot of stuff that I'm doing. I take notes If I'm going out to play by myself, the majority of the time that's what I'm doing to just practice. I take notes of what's the temperature, humidity, which golf ball I'm using, of course, and the windage. If it's being muddy or dry out there, well, it is what it is. It's a guess thing. You don't really know how far the ball is gonna run out. If it's muddy, majority of the time it's clean and play. It's gonna just hit and stop. So I don't usually take that in account, but I do take if it's dry, how far it's gonna roll, what type of shot I need to hit, stuff like that, left to right, right to left, low, high. So in here, like I said, it's one of those things. I have my launch monitor here, which is it's on chase ball mode. So just go out there and just swing. Don't think about being perfect. The main thing is make sure that you are working on getting your structure, okay? Your structure, your address position, in the right position that makes you feel good. You don't want to feel any strain from you turning back and turning through. If you feel a little strain, that means that you're doing something wrong. That means that you're pulling on some type of muscle that's hurting, and that in turn, you're going to try to fix that, and it's going to start pulling on something else. So the first thing that I like to do now, this is just now since I had my surgery, is to go ahead and since now I know where my hips are at instead of my waistline, I like to go ahead and bend from my hips. I can bring my club down because now, I've been playing for so long, I know what grip I want to use. So I like to go ahead and make sure I got enough fist width for me. I will make a fist and put it in my midsection to the end of the club. That lets me know, that's a measurement. That lets me know that I have enough room to swing, and it tells your brain, hey, wait a minute, I just measured it out. I have enough room to swing, so I don't have to worry about hitting myself. Because if you bring the club in, what's one thing? The body wants to protect itself. It doesn't want to hurt. So if you bring the club in too close, it's going to jump back, whether you try it or not. If you swing too hard, what's the body? The body doesn't want to fall on its face. So what's it going to do? It's going to make you go forward. So that's why I try to get everything stable. Bend a little bit, soften my knees. I have my measurement here. And swing and stay in balance. But take the midsection, you should be facing your net or the flag or any target that you're firing at. So this is the only thing that I can give you today. I'm going to be out hitting golf balls since it's just a crappy day outside. It's just really cold, so I like to be in the heat hitting golf balls. And like I said, if you're playing TaylorMade golf balls, kudos. I'm patting you on the back right now. So, but you have to realize too, TaylorMade golf balls, Bridgestone golf balls, Nike golf balls are good, but there is one thing called a ball fitting. Everyone can't hit the same golf ball. Whether they say TaylorMade, there's different models. There's some from women, there's some from women, men, and kids. So we have to make sure that you're hitting the right ones. But if you're practicing, it doesn't really matter. So the main thing is, let's just work on getting our dress position. Okay, hips. Okay, now I'm gonna soften my knees, so it's gonna push out my rear end. So that means now the weight, my rear end should be right in line with my heels. Grip And I'm putting, now this is what I'm doing. I'm pretty much sucking my shoulders backwards. That right there, when I put my shoulders backwards, it pulls in my arms. So I don't have to pull that cloth down and stick it up on my arms, my armpit like we were talking. I'm just pulling it back. I get my hands together. Now, I'm looking. Yeah, I am too close. So now I know I need to back up. Keep everything the same, but I need to back up. All right, I'm ready to rock and roll now. Looks like everything's in order. Golf is a mental game. It's more mental than it's physical. It's 90% mental, 10% physical. But within golf, you just have to think about what is my, and I'm trying to find the right words. What is my pattern? What is my confidence? What am I confident in doing? Can I hit it? Can I hit it hard? Can I hit it soft? Can I hit it just constantly? If you can hit it and hit it constantly 50 yards, then guess what? You just learned one thing about your golf swing. You just learned that, guess what? If I have a flag and I'm 50 yards from that flag, your regular swing, boom, that ball is right on it. And we're going to get into that too. That's called a gapping. So gapping your wedges, the distance from one club to the other. But anyway, thanks for tuning in to Davis Dynamics. This is awesome. My wife bought me some professional professional lighting. So it won't have so much of a backdrop. And these things are awesome. I mean, it's almost like where you see like on a movie set or whatever. So she's really been keeping things going, and it's gonna allow me to make more videos and do some more things out here. So anyway, thank you for tuning in to Davis Dynamics. I want you to keep swinging. Like I said, if this is the beginning, I want you to keep swinging it. And like I said, if you have any questions, please text, email, call. Go to the website. You can send a message. You can go ahead and record your swing, send it over via email or Davis Dynamics webpage. We'll take a look at it. I can put it on my analyzer and actually look at it, look at the degree of what you're doing, turn around, take a screenshot, send it straight back to you, or we can do a lesson via, via the computer. We've done a couple of those. We've done lessons, virtual lessons on the computer. So anyway, have a great day. Thank you for tuning in. And once again, go out and make somebody smile. Reason why? It doesn't cost you a thing. Thank you for tuning in.